Welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is like it's Pathfinder or something, something about a righteous anger or like what's that word? I can't remember it, but it's like similar to fury or like really mad passion. Hmm. Well, we'll figure it out, won't we? Anyway, I'm not entirely sure that this is being recorded, so I'm a little paranoid and I have to check. Which means, of course, that the quality of the video is going to get shot right in the... well, right in the knee. But, forgive me, I have to check. Oh good, wunderbar. Hey, this pixelated look isn't that bad. It reminds me of some of the really old games like, um, was it Afraid in the Dark or something like that? No, Alone in the Dark. Oh, that game was so scary. Oh, I was terrified. I didn't even play it. I watched my dad play it. You know, I really wish that the freaking storyteller would come back so I could have him look at the stuff I've got in my inventory, but no. No such luck. Anyway, I went around, tried to see if there was anyone who had anything interesting to say. The answer is no. So, let's get out of here. We don't need you anymore. Or ever again. So what do you guys think we should do? These two routes, particularly the one to Chili Creek, thought I was saying it wrong, because I was thinking of actual chili. As I was saying, these two routes are blocked off by demons, and I don't want my people fighting right now. Their morale is somehow negative 20 is average? How is that even a thing? Anyway, we've still got a good amount of morale coming in, and I don't want to spend that goodwill just yet. I mean, I could just sit here and skip days until morale is high again, but in the meantime, why not get some other things done? How the frick are we supposed to get around to the hideout? Also, there's something in this area that requires perception. Ninio wasn't particularly perceptive though, was she? No. No, she wasn't. Which is odd for someone who's supposed to be a scientist. Huh. Just trying to make sure I have all of my ducks in a row. There wasn't any gear or anything to be seen. Yeah, I think we're okay.
I will help where I can.
Help yourself to the back of this horse. Let's go ahead and quick save. I foresee trouble. I could buff everyone with stuff that lasts a good while. Remember, we were invited to this camp by a letter that was just sitting out in the open past some babaus. 3 of them, right? Yeah, definitely 3 of them. I was thinking of the other playthrough, the playthrough of the other guy whose video I watched. He only fought 2 of them, I think. Anyway, I'm looking for buffs that last a good while. A minute a level, that's not good enough. 10 minutes a level. Now that is the kind of thing we can get behind. Let's give that to Mr. Ed and Woljif, right? Well, yep, that's what I was afraid of. See, I was trying not to cast it, but Amulet of the Apothecary gives him the same effect.
I welcome your company.
Yeah. Let's have less of that. We don't need to use bark skin on anyone else since they won't be on the front lines. Have to remember that we have
Trust in yourself.
these again. Hold on. 10 minutes per level. I mean, why not? Probably give this... we lost haste. Right. I don't think we have any hexes... It's going to be in here. I don't think we have any hexes that apply haste. Worded creature receives a deflection bonus. No. I'm going to test the theory while I am thinking about it. I think I already tested this before. So Mr. Ed now has, yep, Protective Luck. Let's see if Protective Luck lasts when she swaps out. Pretty sure its effect should dissipate the moment I do. Let's go with Cackle. Oh, she can. And it'll stay in effect. Very, very nice. Oh, her versatility just... Oh, but she can only actually swap it once. Right. Oh, that's fine. Since he's the one that's going to be eating most of the enemy's aggression. Yeah, we can quick save since we have the auto save from arriving here. What else do we want to do? May as well do this.
Yes.
The harder it is for him to die, the better. And let's be clear, I haven't been here before. I've seen enlarged animal, haven't I? I'm getting distracted. I haven't been here. I don't know what's coming up. Let's just make that clear. Interesting. Okay, so this is what we'll do. She doesn't have anything to actually attack with on her turn. I mean, I could have her use the bow, but given her arms, she's much less adept at using it. So, instead, you go, and now she can use Ray of Frost, which is arguably absolute garbage. Just, we know it is. There we go. Now, whenever I target an enemy for a ranged attack, she'll use she'll cast Ray of Frost via the wand.
Don't mind me.
No reason to pause.
See, I could have learned this from you guys, but none of you want to talk to me. So, I actually ended up learning that trick from the comments of the streamer who... Interesting. From the comments of the streamer whose videos I watch. He streams the videos but uploads them to YouTube and in particular. So it's not just ripping the video from Twitch and then posting it. It's him literally, whatever. Regardless, I think that's going to do it for all of the buffs that I want to apply, because it seems this guy's, he might be okay. Let's go see. Wait. Now, let's go see. The aged kobold sitting by the small campfire greets you with an amicable gesture. He doesn't reach for his weapon or hiss threateningly. All in all, his behavior is highly unusual for one of his kind. His clothes look quite unusual too. Not many kobolds opt for human clothing, nor do they adorn their possessions with spikes or scales. Greetings. My name is Krenuk. I'm all alone here, so you may safely come closer. He speaks smoothly, without the usual kobold hissing. Moving slightly aside, the kobold points to the carcass of a small animal on a stick roasting over the fire. Dinner will be ready soon. Whoa! I've never met a talking lizard before. Well, back in the River City we had a real dragon. Are you a dragon too? Can you turn big? You flatter me, young lady. Many of my fellows would give up everything to become dragons. Some even entertain themselves with fantasies of already being such. But I'm proud to be what I am. A kobold. Nothing more. Nothing less. Kobolds are a rather courteous lot, it would seem. I never expected to receive an invitation to dinner from one of your kind. As a guest. Rather than a dish, that is. I didn't exactly invite you, Count. Somehow this guy knows who Dayran is and what he is. Suspicious. My invitation was addressed to the commander. But sit down, help yourself. Beyond the walls of your fancy mansions, you'll find surprises far more unusual than my humble self. First things first, who are you? As I've already mentioned, my name is Krenuk. At your service. The kobold offers a short bow, an unusual gesture for one of his kind to make. As a rule, kobolds do not express their respect to anyone other than dragons. I am a traveler and a friend to the Crusade. I can be your friend too if you are tolerant towards kobolds. Krenuk utters the word tolerant with shocking ease, as if he is something other than the narrow-minded and savage subterranean beast you expect him to be. Kobolds are infamous for worshipping dragons and despising all other races, and few of them would even understand the concept of tolerance, let alone subscribe to it. The Crusade has many unusual friends, but even I haven't met anyone like you before. I'll be glad to see a kobold in our ranks. Sela smiles amiably. Oh, no. Don't get me wrong. I have no intention of marching within the Crusader ranks. Still, I hope that my humble assistance will be of use to you. Did you just say tolerant? Are you entirely sure you're a kobold?
Ah, so you saw through my disguise. Krenuk tried to mislead you with sweet words and then ambush you.
The kobold utters a loud hiss, which then morphs into an amused chuckle.
Of course I'm a kobold. Trust me, you are not the first to be shocked after hearing me speak, and realizing I'm not going to rob or kill you. I'm lucky. If representatives of other races wanted to be seen as intellectuals or decent conversationalists, they have to read a lot of books, refine their manners, possess a passing knowledge of classical theater, and douse themselves in fine perfume. Whereas in my case, all I have to do is not lunge at you with the spear or hiss every other word.
He's already made it clear that he's the one that left the note. So, what are you cooking?
Judging by its ears and hind legs, it's a hare.
The kobold casts a dubious glance at the animal's mouth, which boasts a huge set of teeth.
Or maybe it's a tiger. Depends on your point of view, I suppose.
I'd better kill you just in case. So, what do you want from me?
I want nothing from you. I'm asking for nothing. I'm simply offering help. I sympathize with your cause, so I would like to provide whatever support I can. From time to time, of course. Is that okay with you?
The kobold stops and looks at you expectantly. How exactly can you help me?
With advice, mostly. Throughout my life, I've seen a lot, and a piece of timely advice can be extremely valuable, don't you agree? Of course, if your advisor is a kobold, the merits are not so obvious, but you're in luck. This kobold right here has extensive knowledge of a variety of matters that you may find useful someday.
After some thought, he nods toward the campfire.
One more thing I have to offer is this hare, after it's cooked.
Even though he hasn't proven that he knows much about demons, we're going to go ahead and ask him, how do you know so much about demons? Krenuk gives you a long and heavy look.
I've had some experience with them. I don't want to go into the details right now. All I'm saying is that after a rather short and not even hostile encounter with them, I stopped eating meat for several years.
Okay, so what's the catch?
No catch. I'm acting for wholly altruistic reasons, but my motives are something I would rather not reveal. So you're lying.
I mean, it's not that black and white, naturally, but we haven't been attacked yet, so, I mean, I'll entertain him. Krenuk turns his face to you, and his wrinkles become more visible in the glow of the fire.
We just met 5 minutes ago. Don't you think it's too early to expect complete candor just yet? As I've already told you, I'm a friend of the Crusade. You can choose to trust me, or you can leave. I offer help and ask for nothing in return, so the question is simple. Will you accept the claw of friendship from a stranger, or is your distrust stronger than your need for help?
I want you to take a quick look back at the people behind me. I can't move the camera, so you'll have to look with your own eyes. Every single one of those people is an absolute weirdo. Not one of them is right in the head. Even Sela, she seems normal. She's not. She's a little crazy too. So yeah. Welcome to the team. Of course, he's not going to actually be joining us and fighting or anything, but he's part of the team nonetheless. Krenuk nods agreeably.
Then we have a deal. You won't regret your decision. Just drop by my camp every now and then so we can have a word. Perhaps I'll be able to give you some useful tips.
Pulling out a small knife, the traveler carefully cuts off 2 strips of meat from the roasted hare. He throws one into his toothy maw while graciously offering the other to you.
A strange animal for sure, but it seems edible. The energies of the world will mask everything in illusion. Harmless-looking animals try to eat you for dinner. Dangerous paths appear to be straight roads, and your enemies... Sometimes your enemies can look like your friends.
Krenuk squints and looks deeply into your eyes.
Have you ever been in a situation like this? First you think a person is your friend and ally, but the scales fall from your eyes and you realize they're actually your sworn enemy. So you catch this person, you tie them up, and then you start thinking, how should you treat them now? Like your enemy? Like your former friend? It's hard to decide. What would you do if one of your friends turned out to be a traitor?
Notice how I went directly to the chaotic answer. Of course, I immediately glossed over these, naturally reading them as I went, just nearly in an instant. Anyway, I headed directly here, but I'm not. This is outright stupid. We know someone slipped the slime-covered handkerchief into our belongings, which ended up getting us ambushed by the... Well, not ambushed, but which ended up drawing the Vescivores, I believe they were called, and their queen to us. Look, we are not a good guy. I've said this a number of times, but I want to make sure this sinks in and that it's perfectly understood. We're not a good guy. We're just trying to do the right thing right now. The right thing always isn't as obvious as it seems. And this is... I don't like this. This is way too optimistic, and out here optimistic people die. Lawful is trash too because it's way too black and white. But the problem here is that chaotic doesn't cover the bases I would expect it to. I was expecting chaotic to fall between good and lawful. But it doesn't. It's literally, at least in this case, it's literally only a step above evil. I'm really trying to avoid going into chaotic good. So... I have an idea who he could be talking about, but... And it's not... I don't even remember her name. Wenduog? He's not talking about Wenduog. He's talking about right here. Well, not right here, but right now. Everyone we know. Again, I have an idea who he might be talking about, but I don't see a reason for her to turn. Anyway, as much as I don't really like it, we're going to go with the chaotic option, because we've been here for too long. I'd try to find out what would force the traitor to reveal the truth about their real masters, then do whatever that is. The kobold grins. What if you have to threaten them with the death of their family, or if you have to grant mercy to someone truly despicable? You don't have to answer. I can tell by your eyes that you're willing to do whatever it takes. And that is correct. If you catch a villain, don't rush to put a noose around their neck. First, learn everything they have to tell you. As for principles of morality, you better stuff them in your deepest pocket and don't bandy them about without good reason. I liked your answer. You obviously think with your head and don't just parrot the instructions of others. Which is why I always go chaotic. Well, it's one of the reasons. It also allows me to do really stupid things whenever I feel like it without really needing to explain myself. Haha, I'm chaotic. That's why. Anyway. Then again, if we're discussing traitors, it's fortunate that betrayal is not reserved for mortals alone. Demons stab each other in the back far more frequently.
The rumor is that there are at least 2 demon stashes within Dresden, filled with arms and supplies that were stolen by Deskarites from Baphomite, and vice versa. One of them is near the entrance to the fortress, while another lies by the entrance to the citadel.
I'm not going to ask where you learned that, but I am going to commend you for that highly valuable information. Very nice.
Of course it is. I wouldn't waste your time.
Cracking his knuckles, Krenuk gives you an inquisitive look.
I hope that when the time comes for you to make a real decision, instead of hypothetical ones, your wisdom won't fail you. Just one bad choice can turn a revered leader into a disgraced pariah. I've seen it happen before. I've lived through something like that. My tribe suffered a disaster caused by just one bad choice. Can you imagine?
The kobold squints sadly, his shoulders slumping a bit. With a sigh, he begins to talk.
I don't like telling this story, but it might be useful for you to know it. Perhaps it will serve as a warning.
Will you tell me? Krenuk clears his throat and starts talking in a sonorous tone that reveals his experience as a bard.
I was born into the mighty and proud tribe of the Night Ruby. Our caves were vast, our mine shafts were rich in quartz and metals, and our underground lakes were brimming with fish. And of course, we had plenty of slaves. The Night Ruby was a model of kobold success. It was a tight-knit, greedy, and aggressive tribe that intimidated even a few of the nearby human settlements. But there was a flaw underlining our power. Once, long ago, a leader of our tribe signed a pact with devils, promising them the soul of every tribe member in exchange for help and prosperity.
That is literally antithetical to the objective he sought. How in the world are they going to prosper if at some point all of them are just going to drop dead? Or be killed, either way. It doesn't make sense. Apparently, he didn't really think it through. How about I give you all of everyone's souls, and in exchange, everyone gets to be really happy, well-fed, rich beyond their imaginings, and all of these other happy things. You know, right up until they all drop dead. I don't know. To me, that sounds kind of stupid.
Since then, every new All-Watcher had to agree to the pact, and the power of the tribe grew, as did the number of lost souls. It was like that until our leader, Urmak, came to power. She was a principled and proud elder who didn't want to bend the knee, so she refused to sign the pact, and all kinds of calamities befell our tribe. The tribe was attacked by its neighbors at the devil's instigation. Epidemics broke out, then our slaves rebelled. They came after their former masters in the dead of night. Our clutches of eggs were ravaged, our altars were desecrated, and our warriors were slain in their burrows. The slaves paid us in full for our cruelty and arrogance. They hunted us, chasing us down through the caves and mine shafts, level by level. When we were finally left alone, we had no idea where we were. All we saw around us was darkness, and lurking in that darkness were bloodthirsty and dangerous predators.
After raising his voice dramatically, Krenuk suddenly stops. Then he adds with a teasing smile.
I think this moment is enough of a cliffhanger to stop here.
So have you heard? Let me try that again. Have you heard about my unusual powers?
I've heard you're either extremely lucky or quite the opposite. You survived the massacre and can now just to spearhead a new suicide mission. On the other hand, you survived then, and you most likely will survive now. Good luck in this noble endeavor.
Let's see what you know and are willing to tell about demons.
My humble knowledge is at your disposal.
What is the demon's main weakness?
It's a fact that they are hostages to their own nature, and by their nature, demons are just a bunch of mad apes, a grotesque parody of ordinary chaos. You don't need to make a bunch of apes angry, you just give one of them a banana and arm the other with a stick. They'll kill each other without your direct intervention.
Do you know anything about wounds inflicted by demons that first appear then disappear and later reappear again?
Do I need to resort to such platitudes such as the weirdest tricks can be expected from demons, or can I just skip that part? I've never heard anything like you're describing, but new sorts of nasty stuff appear in the world wound every day. However, if we think about it some more, don't you think that this wound doesn't cause enough trouble to be something the demons did to you on purpose? When you're hit by the magic of the abyss, you know instantly that death is coming your way, and fast.
So if the wound isn't demonic, as he's implying, where in the world would it have originated? My suspicion was that it was the doing of WeArEuS, who carried us in with her assortment of demons into the, what is the name of the freaking thing? The market square, right before Descari attacked. Are you currently willing to tell me how you know so much about demons? Renuk gives you a long and heavy look. Ah, yeah. I mean, I find the guy interesting enough, and the voice isn't too stressful on me, so I can keep doing this. I'd like to know a little bit more about you.
I'm flattered, but what's so special about me? I've never accomplished any feats on the battlefield. I don't know any special crafts. I don't even belong to an exotic species. I don't have the slightest idea what you find so interesting about me.
At the very least, would you be willing to tell me what you do?
I'm a traveling bard, and I can already foresee your next question. How does a bard, who also happens to be a kobold, and manage to earn a living? Well, all of the civilized races of Avestan know that when you encounter a kobold, the best course of action is to smash its skull, trample it with a horse, then burn the remains just in case. Well, the prejudice that civilized peoples have regarding my kind is quite understandable. Our infamy as robbers and murderers is more than deserved. So, just imagine the spectacle in any tavern when an articulate kobold in decent clothes shows up, offering to share a story or two for a few coins and a mug of ale. I assure you, no matter how big of a deal you are here, if we drop by any tavern in Andoran, all eyes will be on me. I am an exotic oddity.
Indeed you are, my friend. So why did you decide to come here to the World Wound?
I just don't like it when the residents of the lower planes get involved in the lives of mortals. I firmly believe that we don't need any advisors to help us handle our own affairs. And we need overlords even less.
Yeah, I think I think everything we've seen up until now plainly states, in no uncertain terms, mind you, that he's different from other kobolds. Yeah, I'd like to hear the story of your travels. I might have to label this video a story time video. So, tell me about your tribe. Ah, see, we already read this one though. Well, at least we've covered that. He hasn't moved on to the other parts just yet. Oh yeah, he's super suspicious, but I mean, it's, well, I'm a little iffy on if he turned out to be an enemy, whether or not I'd actually be able to kill him easily. But we'll hold off on any considerations in that direction for now. I have to go.
Good luck. I believe you'll need it.
Okay, so story time wasn't as bad or as long as I was expecting it to be. But before we leave, we have to make sure that there's no loot to be found. Oh, speaking of which, Elven notes. Oh yeah, we need that. Let's go ahead and quick save just in case.
We march ahead.
This place is way larger than I was expecting.
Can't hide
There
from
it
me.
is. Ah, yeah. Wand of... Oh, that is going to be so good. So, in case somehow you don't know, Dimension Door allows you to teleport. Granted, its range is limited, but the best part about this is that it allows you to teleport not just one person, but many people. Everyone, in fact. But who do I use this on? I could use this on Woljif. I could give this to Woljif, and then he could use this. It's got a difficulty class of 20, though. I don't think he'd actually be able to pull it off. What is his... Yeah, I don't think he'd be able to do it. And the last person who'd be able to use it is one that should actually be using it. And while he can use it, he's not very good at it. Also, I feel like this mug needs to be added to his actual skill bar so I can remember that he even has the freaking thing. Because it's very easy to forget that fact. So while I am thinking about it, actually, do that, then move it here. And now whenever I look at it, I'll know it's there. And just in case you guys didn't know, you instantly transfer yourself from your current location to any other spot within range. You may also bring with you all friendly creatures within a 10-foot radius around you. So, I could take him, assuming he actually manages the skill check. I can move him, Sela, and Woljif deeper into enemy lines while everyone else that should be in the back stays in the back. However, 10 feet is really close. Like, I'm pretty sure Sela and Lan are within a 10-foot radius of Morrow. So managing that is going to be a little difficult. Because I usually play more Morrow in the middle rather than all the way back with Lan, Ember, and Dayram. But that's enough of that for now. Let's keep looking around, make sure we haven't missed anything else.
Our path leads on.
I have to say, that was an actual pretty good get. So, how do we get to the underground hideout then? Oh dear. We are certainly ambushed. Oh, that is really bad, isn't it? Like really bad. Bad, bad, bad. I don't know what to do here. We've got 3 succubi. This one is different from the others. And 2 shears, both of which are ferocious. This is the worst possible way to enter a fight. I don't think we get out of this without losses. We can try putting them to sleep, but that can fail, so... what do we do to mitigate? I don't know what to do here. I need to move the 3 in the back away from the succubi, but they don't get turns until they've already attacked. Oh, and they're level 8. Okay, the shears are only level 5. That doesn't mean they're to be underestimated. He could probably kill one of them outright since they're flat-footed. But if he gets charmed, frick, if anyone gets charmed, we're in a really bad spot, aren't we? Oh. This is so bad. This is so bad. Very so bad. I don't know what to do. I genuinely have no idea what to do here. Even if I try to use grease to stop this guy from approaching anyone here, and they're probably going to be going after Morrow because that's a guaranteed game over. Even if I do that, the succubi aren't affected by that because technically they're flying even though their feet are on the ground because, well, logic, I guess. Logic or laziness, one or the other. Whatever. I really don't know what to do here. I'm banking on the sheer going for Morrow, who can survive one turn of aggression. Just the one. This wouldn't be worth it because they all have the damage reduction that would... Oh. Neat. I think I'll put this one... Here is a better idea. What? What? Where is the Azata that's supposed to be summoned by that? I don't understand. What is she doing up there? I can't even zoom out to begin to understand. How in the frick did this how did this happen? Oh my god. How in the world? Great. If I turn the camera, I can't even actually. This game is great, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Excellent. Just great. Pretty sure Wojif is in range for that, right? But he's got cold iron weapons anyway. He doesn't need that. That guy's dazed thanks to the Azata, who, let's just be clear, has an AoE attack that dazes regardless of whether it's allies or enemies in that area. So, that's bad. I was trying to put her here, but apparently that's just not an area you can actually go. Not knowing this, she was apparently summoned on top of the goddamn tree, because that is totally a thing that can happen and makes absolute sense. Just the best game. But this is what we're going to do. The succubus managed the saving throw. That shear is going to be down for how long?
Into the fray!
Oh, not very long, apparently. I guess we'll go and deal with it.
The inheritor, guide my blade!
Jeez, that is so much damage. Like I said, they'll be going after Morrow. Let's get Ember out of there. See if we can put one of these things to sleep. I sure hope the Azata doesn't attack this one. This one's focused on land. Let's get her out of here. No dice. Wait. Didn't I give Land something that... Didn't I give him... Didn't I give Land something that increases his damage? This one. When you use the full attack to make multiple ranged weapon attacks against the same opponent, the total damage from all hits before applying that opponent's... Total the damage from all hits before applying that opponent's damage reduction. So, what this means is... Well, it's frankly simple. I do all of my damage first, and then the enemy's damage reduction comes into play. They have, well, the succubus has 10 against anything that isn't good alignment or cold iron. So that would mean he would lose 10 damage. But given the way that works, this is actually more effective, even if he doesn't get the sneak attack.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
He whiffed every goddamn shot. That's except for the first one, of course. What is their armor class? Only 21. Come on. That one's actually different. Where'd the 21 as well? Really weird.
Cover me, all right?
Oh no.
Go.
She hit the ferocious shear again, so she's focused on that, but of course she hit Seela and Mr. Ed. Well, Mr. Ed mostly. This, without question. And then we'll have him bide us time with this. Won't even have him do anything. I'll just let this happen. I may as well leave him here, right? He's not a target currently.
No glory without risk.
God dang. Seela bonking the bad guys. Classic. I need one of these two to leave him alone. That'll do.
You won't survive me.
Even though she's being targeted by Woljif, she's still not under the effects of... Weird.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
And then... Oh good, she's finally down here with us. And she stunned Morrow. And our healer. Great.
Into the fray.
And I can't do anything to remove it either. Or even mitigate the damage he's taking. Unless I do this. Oh, wonderful. She hit the freaking succubus, didn't she? And by she, I mean the freaking Azada. The entire point, just in case it wasn't clear, the entire point of me summoning the Azada was to get the stupid thing to get the aggro of all of the enemies on this side, so they focus it first, and it would buy us time to get buffed and in a more advantageous position. But unfortunately, it ended up getting summoned on top of a tree, because that's totally a thing. It's sort of like Lan is a little retarded, isn't it? There's no reason for him to be missing. But he's so good at it.
Distract them from me.
I will say that was some pretty good damage, though. And while we're at it, why not have a potion, young man? Do we have any? Potions. Usable. Yeah, we'll go with the fat one.
Hold on, just a little.
Really? Wait, and since... No, he still has it. Right, it would only be deactivated by someone that attacks him who's affected by it. So even if someone manages a will save against it, let's use... Even if someone manages to save against it... Oh, right. Yeah, his healing is much better because of this, the helmet he's wearing. Gives him an extra 2 to 12 points of healing. Nice.
The light take you.
Can't put her to sleep. What if we blind... I just want to try to blind something. Yeah, here it is. We could try Bone Shaker. It also doesn't require a touch. Right. Fortitude save. Otherwise she would have been killed. Yep, that's fine. Oh, calm down. Also, the feet lied. It doesn't...
Endure this.
How are we getting sneak attack? Oh, because she's being focused by that and that one. You know what? Screw it. Well, he'll be that much harder to kill now, so there's that. Let's go ahead and do this. He low rolled it and we still got value out of it. Good. Well, this could have been a very, very,
The inheritor. Guide my
very bad
blade.
fight for us. Let's go ahead and see if we can rip her AC down a shred. God dang it.
Make every strike count.
Her willpower isn't even that high, but naturally she is being affected by the Archon's aura. Wait. Oh, so she has a -2 penalty to saving throws as well. Okay, that explains quite a bit. But it's negated by Iron Will. This guy.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Stabby, stabby.
Treasures.
That was good. Well, it was really bad, to be honest. But it went better than it could have because I knew they were going to focus Morrow. I should have given him more defensive buffs early on, but yeah, that was a good one. Very, very, very surprising ambush, frankly.
Running from the law, cutting purses, breaking into other people's houses. Is that really all you want out of life?
Oh, sister, I remember a priest of Iomade asking me the exact same thing when I was about 10 or so, using the exact same words. Do you guys have a script you have to follow or something?
And just like that, Sela was afflicted with the status effect Burn. I don't know if we have any spells to remove that, so she's just going to have to deal with it. So what you're trying to tell me is that we can actually still, let's make sure we quick save here. Enemy fort blocks the way. Ooh, that is really not good. Heaven's Edge. Why do I remember that? Oh. Right. That Heaven's Edge. Well. What if we went to Chili Creek instead? It's a long way out, though.
Hey, Socio, if you paint my portrait, will your goddess curse you for blasphemy?
How could a portrait of a friend be blasphemy? If you truly want me to, I'd be glad to paint you.
Aww. Do we have anything we want to put away? Anything we want to put away? No. Yeah, I'm fine carrying all of this around. Yeah, we'll do that. So we need to go further down. Okay, we're going to do it like this. I've stopped the timer. I'm pretty sure it's... Oh, they're cheap again. Very good. We like that. I need these, though. Could use more footmen. You know what? I don't know what energy points are supposed to be for, so... Yeah, I don't care about that. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move these guys as far as possible. Okay, how about we do this? Then merge these two. They are stronger, faster, more determined. We've got footmen. Take those. What if we move these guys out in exchange for that and this? Their power level is now 4. Oh. The morale is only average. But if we killed this demon army, we could get a bit more leeway. What's this? Still too low. But we could have them smash these two armies. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. For now, we're going to go ahead and go here. Now, what I was going to say earlier was that I would like to skip this part and any random encounters we come across. So I'm just going to fight these guys, and then next time we meet, if we can get past this demon and go to Chili Creek, we'll be there. Otherwise, we'll go back to camp and figure out what to do from there.
Pearls of wisdom from Brother Wooljiff. If you're gonna be napping dogs, go for the smaller ones. The smaller the pup, the bigger the ransom.
Well, I did not expect to find the carcass of an unknown creature. Gigantic, misshapen bones rise from the ground. Hardly anyone in Galarian has seen such a creature alive, which is a blessing. You can procure some reagents for creating consumable items here, if you can find the path to reach it. So nice. Well, since you're here, you may as well come along with me as we wander all the way over to Chili Creek. The actual frick? Okay. Very, very weird. Frick. Alright, she needs to...
A bright future awaits us.
Let's make
What
sure
makes things
Mr.
right?
Ed is properly warded. And swap this back to what it should be. The water looks really nice, though, I have to say. Journal. A small dole made of grass. It's tied to a tree with a dark blue ribbon. Whatever that's supposed to be, I can't actually see it. 3 old dolls hang from the branches. Their grass and seaweed bodies are slowly rotting away. Jernal walks thoughtfully around the grove. He pauses in front of a few trees, lingering there for some time. He seems to be examining something carefully. At the sound of your footsteps, he turns around abruptly, but the anxious expression on his face quickly gives way to an amiable smile. Commander, it's so good to see you. It seems you found some time to visit our quiet backwater after all. I could be mistaken, but it looked like you were frightened by my arrival. Oh, no, you startled me, that's all. It's my overactive imagination. I still can't get used to living in such a small village. The town where I grew up was a good deal larger, and it was located near a trade route, so there were always lots of new faces and plenty of people bustling around. Here, though, it's different. The moment you step outside the village, you're all alone. You can walk for miles in any direction with only the birds and animals for company. This is, of course, the way WeArEuS still teaches us to live. But truth be told, it still makes me feel somewhat uncomfortable. What were you looking at in the trees? See for yourself. He points to one of the branches, and among the leaves, you notice a small dole. God dang it, a small doll. I called it a dole. What the frick? A small doll made of grass and seaweed, tied with blue ribbon. I keep finding them here in the grove. I think it's some kind of local ritual. I've asked the villagers to tell me what it means, but they won't give me an answer. I just don't understand the reason for all this secrecy. So how do you make a living here? I'm getting used to the way of things. I still get the occasional sidelong glances from the locals, but that's not surprising. After all, I'm just some stranger who decided to show up without an invitation and settle down in the village. But the church warned us about this. Such caution is to be expected at first. I just have to do my best to earn their trust. I heal, I purify the water, I give blessings. Sooner or later, they will come to accept me as one of their own. Well then, will you show me around the village? He said right as the giant shadow looms over them. Goodness. Of course, let's go. You'll get to meet the locals, see how we live. Maybe you'll even manage to get some peace and quiet, a temporary respite from the hardships of war. Don't be offended if they start gawking at you. In this remote village, people have never seen a foxkin. Come to think of it, people have never seen your kin where I grew up either. I bet that even in Canabras you'd seem exotic to many. But I've already explained everything to the locals as best I could, so they shouldn't stare too openly or ask silly questions. A straw doll clad in a small, skillfully embroidered light blue dress, is tied to the trunk of the tree. Oh, that's not ominous. I'm not going to kill the freaking elk. I have no use for its meat. And I don't know if I'd get any XP from it. Oh. Well, this is a... Well, so I'm just going to go ahead and we fought bigger ones than this.
Do not waver.
First off, let's get...
Stab you or zap you. Why
It's
not both?
exhausted. Doesn't seem to have any... Oh, it can't go prone, so that's out. But it also has no idea he's here.
Yes.
44 damage to the Hydra, which now only has 16 HP. I could use a full round action to electrocute it. God, it is really, really easy to forget how strong you are when all you fight are demons, which have a natural resistance to pretty much anything you would prefer to do to them, with what you would prefer to do it with. I think I said that wrong, but the gist should still be pretty plain. Nevertheless, I was not expecting to execute that thing for 19 damage. Or with 19 damage. I was expecting at least like 7. Nice. That'll teach you to mess with us. A man with green eyes, the broad shoulders of a swimmer, and the calloused hands of a fisherman shakes his fist at the beast's motionless carcass. Something's got them all worked up. That's the second time they've crawled out this month. You know what that means, right? We're going to be fighting something bigger and badder sooner rather than later. So let them come. A woman, her eyes the same shade of green as the fisherman, smiles at you. It's not the first time and it won't be the last, but what's it matter? They can't hurt us, and we can use their hides to make a lot of waterproof coats and cloaks. Markeel? It can't be Markle. That's stupid. Markeel Melessa. That would have to be it, right? Markeel Melessa, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This is Morrow, the commander of the Crusade. He's the one I told you about. Ah, a real hero in our little backwater. It's so nice of you to drop by. We've never had anyone so important come to visit. Heroic acts are important, but sometimes it's good to leave the front lines and talk to ordinary people living ordinary lives. Anyway, welcome to Chili Creek. You know, hydras are usually far more dangerous. That beast was not at its full strength. It was also exhausted. I can tell you have an eye for such things. Well, of course he does. He's the commander of the Crusade. He probably could have told you all that with his eyes shut. Melissa smiles at you. It's all thanks to our mother, Icy Rill. She takes care of her children. Won't let anyone harm them. She fills our nets with fish and drives away the monsters. That's right. And if she doesn't drive the beasts away, she'll weaken them so we can kill them and harvest their hides. Icy Rill. My eyes just happened to wander down because I saw the brackets. And the evil option is that's just adorable. I don't like either of you. Die. So does that mean you could do an apocalypse playthrough where you just murder everyone? Oh, that'd be wonderful. I'm not sure I'd be all that into it, but interesting. Very interesting. I can't... wait, you said Icy Rill. Who's that? She's right here. Marco know it. She's right here. Marco nods toward the river. Did you think this was the Selin? No. It'd take you half a day's rowing before you reach that river. It's big to be sure, and very important. The Selin flows through at least a dozen countries, but where would the Great Selin be if it wasn't fed by thousands of little streams and creeks, such as our dear Icy Rill? The people of Chili Creek hold the river in great reverence. The priest's observation is matter of fact, but you notice his voice sounds a bit strained. How can we not? Our whole lives are built around the river. From the wedding wreath we send down its stream to the funeral boat that floats away on the waters when the time comes. Our mother Icy Rill feeds us, gives us water, protects us. With a kind smile, Marquil casts a sidelong glance at the frowning priest. The gods are far away, but our Icy Rill is right here, so we treat her with respect. The two of you look very much alike. I assume then that you're related. Right you are. Marquil ruffles Molessa's hair. She laughs and tweaks his nose. She's my little sister. Takes after our granny. May her memory never fade. She was always restless, couldn't sit still, and Molessa is just the same. She's always up to something. And you took after our grandpa. May the river silk be his featherbed. You're as brave as he was and just as stubborn. You two looked very confident when you were giving orders to the other villagers during the fight. That abruptly ended the moment I arrived. Are you in charge here? Well, how should I put this? Our village is too small for anyone to be in charge. We just happen to know a thing or two about using a weapon, so if some nasty creature comes crawling out of the river, we give the orders. But when it comes to fishing or fixing nets, we'll be the ones following orders. We're not an army and there are no officers here. We all live together, solve our problems together, and serve the Icy Rill together. Oh, that was Molessa. Oops. Wait, it wasn't it? Yeah, that was definitely Molessa. Whoops. Although, truth be told, it's only been in the last few years that people have really started listening to us. Before that, villagers kept to themselves and no one wanted to go poking their nose into anyone else's business. When we first came up with the idea to start trading on the river, the other villagers stubbornly dug in their heels, but after money and goods began to flow into the village, they changed their minds. Yes, the village has been growing. We're getting to see all sorts of things we had only ever heard about before. The year before last, we had a fair and people came all the way from Canabres to attend. Then a priest came and we'd never seen one of those before in these parts. And now, who'd have thought the commander of the Crusaders decided to pay us a visit? And not just a commander, but a child of the Fox people. We hadn't even heard of your kind before the priest told us about you. Lots of wonders in this world. They never stop. Could you tell us what are those grass dolls that hang from the trees in the grove? A shadow passes over Marquil's face and he looks away. There's nothing much to tell, really. Been old local custom. It's just a ritual. Molessa adds in a low voice. No one seems willing to share any further details with you. I've gotten the feeling that they don't really appreciate having the priest around. So, I'm curious. The world wound isn't that far away. Have you ever been attacked by demons? No. We've never seen any. Our mother Icy Rill keeps us safe. She would never let such abominations near us. Well, that's interesting, but I have to go. Back to the front. Molessa shakes her head sadly. I can't even imagine the nightmarish creatures you have to fight there. Good. Because I wish I didn't know. Have a safe journey and a swift victory. A small village far from the front line. To those accustomed to the clashing of iron, the shrieking of demons, we've missed that, so we're going to go ahead and hunt it down. There it is. The shrieking of demons and the moans of the dying. It is difficult to even believe that tranquil places like this still exist somewhere. The young cleric is settling into his new home, and his congregation seems pleased with him. He's living a peaceful life, and every day he prays for the commander's victory. Okay. That's Trezin, Secrets of Creation. Yeah, that's that. While the world burns, Heaven's Edge. More than nothing. Crusades opening. Find the lost relic of the Crusaders. Isn't that... As a matter of fact, I know exactly where that is. Oh. Yay! Give me that. Whatever that. 3 Hydra eyes. But only 3? There were 3 heads. Just gonna go ahead and quick save real fast and then... Wait, what if we do it like this?
I was
Real
never good at
stealthy
stealth,
like.
but I'll try.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Oh, please be something really good. Reward me for being a loot goblin. None of those are going to be masterwork, so we'll just take that. No real point in doing that anymore. I only put them into stealth for a bit. That's what I was looking for. Just for a bit. If it isn't masterwork, that isn't going into my inventory.
I will guide us.
Well, it has to be masterworked or like enchanted in some way. I really need to remember to go and look for that. Well, not look for it. I know where the relic is. I have to beat a demon army to get it, though.
Godspeed.
Oh, dear. Oh, that is really bad, isn't it? You guys want to fight this? He said as if he wasn't going to do it anyway. But first, let's set up on these guys.
Ask nicely.
Smilodons are not... These guys are only level 38. They're not even Smilodons, they're dire wolves. I could literally just send these 2 in. And unless there are like 6 of the things up here, let's go ahead and do that just to be safe. This just to be safer. And then we'll do it again. Actually,
Are we in trouble yet?
do that.
I'm here.
Together,
Where else would
we
I be?
stand.
Let's have some fun.
1 less dire wolf. Can you get this? No. Eh. Bang. I will take... The music didn't stop. I was a little worried.
Something wrong?
No, I just want this. Corrupted animal meat. Skin. Surprised skinning is actually still in the game. That's the first time I've actually come across it. come across the ability to do so, anyway. Wait. A plague Smilodon.
Out of my sight! Endure this!
What level is it? 14 undead. Okay. Let's make sure no one does anything stupid. Is Mr. Ed still buffed? Yeah, but let's...
You're a good person. I like you.
This one. Let's put this here. This here. This here. That there. Since it's a buff, we can put that there and there. Okay, that's a little better. It can't be put to sleep, so I need to put that notion out of my mind right now. Land has been embiggened. Now, Land,
Meditate on your mistakes.
if you would be so kind as to actually land this shot.
Can we retreat already?
38, not really good. We'll go ahead with Bless. Why not? Ah, that's what... Okay, okay. I see how it is. Okay. Okay, I see how it is. So, what about here? Beautiful. 12 damage. We'll take that. Who is this? Ember. Can't be bothered to make her move up. Not even to give this guy the stink eye. Won't work, so we'll wait.
I shall not falter.
Oh my god! This has gotten more serious than I expected. Smilodon first.
Make every strike count.
Oh my god, there's another one. I could heal or use... Also, because of the helmet that I gave Dayran, not only has his healing been increased, but it also affects any channel positive energy spell. So, damage undead is actually pretty gross now. Before it was decent. Now it's dastardly. But, healing comes first. Healing always comes first. Where did you come from? You weren't there a second ago.
Distract them from me.
That's one dead bear. How do you like it? How do you like it? Run, run, run. Not going to mess around. We're just going to straight up kill. If you don't mind, Sela. Jeez, really? Mr. Ed missed all of his attacks. Oh, whatever.
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
Really? Yeah, no. Only 10. That is a super low roll. Like, so low. Actually, we can just go to this side. Right click, give me a 5-foot movement. If you'll let me.
Time to share your treasures.
God dang it.
My tail is restless.
That could have gone badly. What are we looking for? I actually really need to put this on here, since that bar won't go away anyway. Nothing to pick up from here.
Let us press on.
Why were there so many of these plague things here? There's something suspicious going on here. Nice. It's actually a decent value. I mean, it's only 70 gold, but it's free. You know how I feel about free.
We march ahead.
So I'm guessing that's what we heard when we first came in here. I sure hope there wasn't someone in the village that was going to give us the ability, or give us the task to come clean these guys up, because that would be unfortunate. Here's something up there.
Our path leads on.
Well, this thing wouldn't still be alive if there were any plagued animals up here. Just making sure we're not missing anything.
I will guide us.
Something else is over there.
Godspeed.
Not interested in fighting you guys, so just leave me alone. Alright, Mr. Ed is in a really bad spot, isn't he?
Rules are made to be broken.
He's also got the demon plague. Nice. While I'm thinking about it, may as well just do this, right?
Defeat is not an option.
What? Oh, because we what happened was we healed the thing and it took that the wrong way, I guess. They're only level 4, so we shouldn't be in trouble. Frankly, I don't even want to waste spells on these guys. But I want to cull their numbers some. And should be able to...
You won't survive me.
There's another one around here somewhere. Or is it just this guy? That's it. Thought you could hide from me, huh?
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Snuck attacked. I don't think it does enough damage to actually kill. So we may as well get rid of... Why did his turn get set back? I don't... Oh, because of the flat-footed, right. Hit it for 22 damage. That ain't not bad. No reason to have him do anything. Why would you attack Woljif? That is questionable. Well, you did this to yourselves. I didn't want this. Well. Aha. Huh. I think we were thorough enough. You better be really glad you were all the way over here. Although I really doubt that would have stopped the elk from getting into the fight.
Let us press on.
Oh. Hey guys, there's a third one over here. Who doesn't like Woljif? Good news, he doesn't like you either. God dang it. Oh, this is the alpha. This one dies. Well, first, I knew it wasn't going to kill it. I'm not dumb. May as well.
I will see to your demise.
And that's right. They also have the combat maneuver trip. Because why the frick not? Oh, so you're approaching me, huh? Oh yeah, I can't hit you with my hammer if you're all the way over there. So, you first. Oh, you got lucky. And then very unlucky.
Why not both?
I don't know why they had to make me into their enemy. That's what took me a while to find the right way to say that.
We march ahead.
I didn't want this, I just wanted loot. I wasn't here to skin or kill anything. But I will take that XP. This guy looks like he might be selling things. Probably shouldn't have taken that shield. Seems like trash. It is trash. Literally a pot lid. There we go. Notes of a traveling priest against the coven. Okay. What is this? Golden trinket. Yeah, that's right. Before I talk to anyone, I robbed them blind. God dang it. Oh, wait. Somehow I missed it.
I will guide us.
This is my kind of work.
Godspeed.
I'm personally just really happy. Godspeed salad, huh? Really happy that they're perfectly fine with me rummaging through their belongings and pocketing whatever I find that's useful.
Let us press on.
I think that's it, right? Checking here. Let's mark Keel and Melissa. Let's see if this guy really does have anything to sell. Nope. Either way, that's going to do it for us today, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk to Jernah when we come back tomorrow. Since I really like playing this, and I just need an excuse to play more. And so I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. I'm eager to get on the road and really, well, while I want to make war again, get back into doing that, I don't want to do it while we have negative morale, because that's going to really impact combat. Nevertheless, we are done here, and we actually do need to rest. Should be safe, right? Apparently not. How are they all living here if you can still get corruption while you sleep? That is a question for the ages. So this is Ember speaking. You refuse to admit that life is ruled by despair and that hope only deceives people, but despair is what led you to Iomade. Isn't that true? If you had just hoped for the best, you would still be a thief. Don't preach your silly ideas to me. I didn't wallow in despair. I did the right thing. That's totally different. But that's not what she said. That's not what she said at all. Alright, now that everyone is back up to fighting strength, and they've got a meal in their bellies. While I'm thinking about it, to go here and learn this. Nice. We're inching ever closer to our next level up, and who knows what feats and possibilities that will be opened before us. Anyway, I've held you guys long enough. Again, remember, we will be back tomorrow with another episode around this time. I don't really know when you guys are watching this, so it doesn't really matter. There will be another one tomorrow, so just keep an eye out for it. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.